welcome to the News on Map World Series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing topics which are important from General Studies Paper 1, that is Geography Map section. So let's begin. First of all, we will be discussing about the previous practice question, and it was about consider the following pairs. On one side the port was given, while on the other side country. So first was Haifa, UAE, that is United Arab Emirates. Second is Fujairah, Israel. Third is Gwadar, Pakistan. Which of the above pairs is or are correctly matched? So how many of the above pairs are correctly matched? So let's see. Haifa, UAE. So if we will look at the word Haifa, so Haifa is a port, and there was a battle of Haifa in which the Indian soldiers were involved, and Battle of Haifa is also famous because it was because of the Indian soldiers that the Battle of Haifa was won. So Haifa port is situated in Israel, and it is situated in the northern Israel, and you can say the northwest Israel. So this is Haifa, and Haifa port is on the sides of Mediterranean Sea. So Haifa is not in UAE, it is in Israel. Then Fujairah port. Okay, let's look at the Fujairah port. So Fujairah port is situated in the Arabian Peninsula, and it is situated in the United Arab Emirates, and it is situated on the northern side of UAE. So this is the location of Fujairah. So you can say that it shares its border with the Gulf of Oman. Then this is also wrong. Third is Gwadar, Pakistan. So if we will look at the Gwadar port, so Gwadar port is situated in Pakistan. This is the map of Pakistan, and it is situated on the southern side of Pakistan. You can say southwest of Pakistan is where the Gwadar port is situated, and one of the most important ports of Pakistan. So Gwadar, Pakistan is correct. Haifa is in Israel, Fujairah is UAE, and Gwadar is Pakistan. So how many are correctly matched pairs? So only 3. So the correct answer is option A, that is only 3. Now moving on to today's session. So the reference for the first question talks about recently the Philippines has accused China's Coast Guard of damaging its ship. Philippines says Chinese Coast Guard escalating tensions in the South China Sea. So this brings South China Sea to the news. Question is, consider the following statements regarding the South China Sea. There are 3 statements. How many of the above statements are correct? First, the 9-dash line. So the 9-dash line covers South China Sea waters and islands claimed by Beijing. So there is a 9-dash line which covers the South China Sea waters and islands claimed by Beijing. So see, there is a concept of South China Sea and the concept of 9-dash line of China. So see, this is China, mainland of China, and on the southern side of China lies the South China Sea, and China believes in the concept of a 9-dash line, which they believe is the area which historically belonged to China, or this area of the 9-dash line was earlier with the mainland China. So this is what the China thinks, and China also claims this area to be there. And if we talk about the South China Sea, so South China Sea lies to the south of China, and it is an extended arm of the Pacific Ocean. So you can say the western end of the Pacific Ocean. So this is the 9-dash line of China in the South China Sea, and South China Sea shares border with many countries like China, Taiwan, Philippines, Brunei, Malaysia, Vietnam. There is Indonesia also. Then first is the 9-dash line covers South China Sea waters and island claimed by Beijing. So that is correct. Around 90% of the South China Sea, China claims that belongs to Beijing. So first is correct. Second, the Spratly Islands, Parasil Islands and Scarborough Shoal are located in the South China Sea. So look at this map. So this is the South China Sea, map of South China Sea. So the Parasil Island, Scarborough Shoal and the Spratly Islands, they belong to the South China Sea. Then they belong to the South China Sea, and Parasil Island is constituted or is disputed between China, Vietnam and Taiwan, while Scarborough Shoal is between Vietnam, China, Taiwan and Philippines, and Spratly Islands is between Vietnam, China, Taiwan, Philippines and Malaysia. So these are few of the island groups which are majorly a disputed site in the South China Sea. So second is also correct. Third, the Luzon Strait. The Luzon Strait connects the Philippines Sea to the South China Sea. So let's see. So look at this map. If we'll talk about, then this is Philippines. This is Philippines. Capital of Philippines is Manila. This is China. This is Taiwan. This is Vietnam. So if we will talk about the Luzon Strait, so this is the location of the Luzon Strait, as on the northern side of Philippines is the Luzon Islands. So between Taiwan and Luzon Island lies the Luzon Strait, and Luzon Strait connects the South China Sea with the Philippines Sea. So third statement also becomes correct. And it is asking that which of the above statements is or are correct. So 1, 2, 3 all are correct. It means the correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now moving on to the next question. The reference talks about recently World Bank approved USD 1 billion loan for Dasu hydropower project. So let's look at the question. Which of the statements given below is not correct regarding the wedge bank sometimes seen in the news? So there is a wedge bank which is seen in the news, and which of the statements given above are not correct? So there are 4 statements given. First, it comes under the exclusive economic zone of India. Second, wedge bank is located south of Cape Comorin. Third, India has sovereign rights over this area and its resources. Sovereign rights. And D, Maldives claims that its ships have full right to operate around the wedge bank, Maldives. So let's see. If we'll talk about the wedge bank, so this is the wedge bank. So, and this is the southern mainland of India, and this is the location of Cape Comorin. So wedge bank lies to the south of Kanyakumari. So if we will look at, so this is between India and Sri Lanka. So during the times of 1976, when the Kachadivu island went to Sri Lanka, there was also a concept of wedge bank. Wedge bank is an area which lies south of Kanyakumari, and it is an area of very good and very high frequency of fishing zone, and it belongs to India completely. So the Sri Lankan fishermen cannot come in the wedge bank and do fishing. It completely belongs to India, and it is under the exclusive economic zone of India, and India has the sovereign right over the wedge bank. So this is how the wedge bank looks like. So let's see. It comes under the exclusive economic zone of India. That is correct, because it is very close to the southern region, or you can say it is very close to the southern part of Kanyakumari. And if we talk about the exclusive economic zone or the area which India has, so it has to be between 12 nautical miles and then 24 nautical miles and then 200 nautical miles. So the wedge bank comes under this area or under this limit also. So wedge bank is located south of Cape Comorin. That is also correct. India has sovereign rights over this area and its resources. That is also correct, because wedge bank is an area which is very rich in resources, very good fishing ground and very good in resources like minerals. Then Maldives claims that its ships have full right to operate around the wedge bank. This is wrong, because it comes under the exclusive economic zone of India. So Maldives do not have any role to play in this. and in this question we have to talk about the not correct statement. So the correct answer for this question becomes option D. Okay, let me change the color of the pen. I hope it will be more easily visible now. So let's move to another question, and the reference talks about recently North Korea has fired 60 rounds of artillery near Yongpang Islands, which has increased tension between North and South Korea. So let's look at the question, and the question talks about, consider the following statements regarding the Strait of Malacca. So Strait of Malacca. First, it connects the Andaman Sea and the South China Sea. So Strait of Malacca connects the Andaman Sea and the South China Sea. Second, Andaman and Nicobar Command was established in 2001 to protect India's strategic interests in Southeast Asia and the Strait of Malacca. It is asking which of the above statements is or are correct. So let's see. First of all, about the Strait of Malacca, it connects the Andaman Sea and the South China Sea. So look at this world map. If we talk about the Strait of Malacca, so Strait of Malacca lies in the Asian continent and specifically in the Southeast Asia. So this is the location of the Strait of Malacca, and if we see a enlarged view of the map, so this is the Strait of Malacca, and Strait of Malacca is between the Malay Peninsula, that is the region of Malaysia, on the northern side, while on the southern side it has Indonesia and specifically the Sumatra island of Indonesia. So Strait of Malacca is between the Malay Peninsula and the Sumatra island of Indonesia, and it also has Singapore. And if we talk about the Strait of Malacca, then it is one of the most busiest strait. So this is Strait of Malacca. On one side it is connecting the Andaman Sea, and on the other side we have the South China Sea. So Andaman Sea of Indian Ocean, you can say, and South China Sea of Pacific Ocean, because they are extended arm of these. So it connects the Andaman Sea and the South China Sea. So that is correct. So then Andaman and Nicobar Command was established in the year 2001. So that is also correct. To protect India's strategic interest in Southeast Asia and the Strait of Malacca, because the Strait of Malacca also lies in the Southeast Asia and it is one of the busiest shipping lanes. So a lot of ships and a lot of cargo passes through it. So protection of one's own ships becomes very important, and that is why it is a very strategic location also. So second statement also becomes correct. Question is asking about the correct statement. So first is correct, second is correct. So the correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Now moving on to the next question. The reference talks about recently aid organizations have urged international actors to take immediate action to stop famine in Sudan. So the question talks about, consider the following statements. There are 3 statements given. We have to talk about the correct statement. First, the Northern Sea route starts at the border between the Barents Sea and the Kara Sea and ends in the Bering Strait. Second, India signed the Svalbard Treaty in Paris in 1920. Third, Indian Arctic Station Himadri is located in Iceland. Let's see. So if we will talk about the Northern Sea route. So Northern Sea route is a shipping route. So it is a shipping route, and the lane which it follows is difficult because it is mainly situated in the northern side, or you can say the northern latitude, and they are majorly the areas which are covered with heavy ice. So if you will look at the North Sea route, so look at this red color line. So the North Sea route is about this line. Okay. So this is the Northern Sea route, also crosses through the Arctic Ocean. So the Northern Sea route is between the Barents Sea and then Kara Sea and Barents Sea and Kara Sea when we talk about, so we know that they lie alongside Russia, and then it passes through the India and it passes through the Russia and US, that is Alaska, that is the Bering Strait to the Bering Sea. So Kara Sea, Barents Sea and Bering Sea all is involved in it, and this Northern Sea route is a shipping lane. And then if we talk about the Svalbard Treaty, so India signed the Svalbard Treaty in 1920 in Paris. So this is also important, and the area Svalbard is located or it belongs to Norway, and the area of Svalbard belongs to Norway. And then if we talk about, then Indian Arctic Station Himadri is located in Iceland, so that is wrong, it is located in Norway. So Himadri is also located in Norway. So in this, third becomes wrong while first and second is correct. So which of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of these. So two are correct, first and second is correct, therefore the correct answer is option B, that is only 2. Now moving on to the next question. The reference talks about recent war sanctions have hit metallurgical giants producing nickel and copper in the Kola Peninsula and Norilsk Hard. So this brings Kola Peninsula to the news. Question talks about where is the Kola Peninsula, an area sometimes seen in the news, located. So let's talk about the Kola Peninsula. Ukraine, Russia, India, Egypt. So look at this map. This is the map of Russia, and Kola Peninsula is situated in Russia, and it is situated in the northwest side of Russia, and Kola Peninsula is one of the biggest peninsulas in Russia and around the world also, as peninsula is a region which is covered with water from three sides, and is from one side it is situated or it is connecting with the mainland. So Kola Peninsula, and then look at this map. So this is the map of Kola Peninsula, and Kola Peninsula, as we just discussed, lies in the northwestern side of Russia, and it shares border with the Barents Sea, and on the southern side it has White Sea. So this is about the Kola Peninsula. So the correct answer becomes option B, that is Russia. Now moving on to the next question. The reference talks about Iran's recent attack on Israel has increased tensions in the Middle East and raised concerns over LNG trade through the Strait of Hormuz. Now this brings the topic of Strait of Hormuz in news. So consider the following statements regarding the Strait of Hormuz. So there are two statements. Question is asking about which of the following are correct statements. First, it separates the Arabian Peninsula from East Africa. So it separates the Arabian Peninsula from East Africa. Second, it connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman, and it separates the Arabian Peninsula from East Africa. So look at this map. This is the map of Arabian Peninsula, and if we talk about the Persian Gulf, so this is the location of Persian Gulf. So Persian Gulf shares border with Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, and then what happens is that the Persian Gulf also shares border with one more water entity, and that is the Gulf of Oman, and Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman meet at the Strait of Hormuz. So look at this. This is Persian Gulf. This is Gulf of Oman, and where the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman meets, or the connecting link, is the Strait of Hormuz. And Strait of Hormuz is between Oman and Iran, as the northern side of UAE. You will see that at the tip it is not UAE, it is Oman. So Strait of Hormuz. Hormuz is also a place in Iran, and that is why it is called the Strait of Hormuz. So it separates the Arabian Peninsula from East Africa. No, it does not separate the Arabian Peninsula from East Africa, as you will see that the Persian Gulf from all sides is surrounded from the Arabian countries. So first becomes wrong. It connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. This is correct. And it is asking about the correct statement. So first is wrong, second is correct. So the correct answer becomes option B, that is only 2. Now moving on to the next question. Reference talks about Defense Council members call for an immediate halt to the troop increase in Al-Fasher. Now the question is about, consider the following statements regarding Sudan. So there are 2 statements and the question is asking about the correct statements. First, Sudan is a landlocked country in northeast Africa. This is north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. Northeast means this side. Then Sudan is drained by the Nile River and its tributaries. So if we will talk about Sudan, so Sudan is a African country and it is situated in the northeast Africa. So this is Sudan and the capital of Sudan is Khartoum, and Sudan shares its land border with, on the north side it has Egypt, then Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, South Sudan, Ethiopia and Eritrea. But Sudan is not a landlocked country because Sudan shares its coastline with Red Sea and it shares a long coastline with Red Sea. And then if we will talk about, so this is the enlarged view of the rivers from where Sudan gets water or Sudan gets drained. So we will talk about, first of all, about the White Nile. So the White Nile river comes from the Lake Victoria and it also drains the Sudan and it passes through the Khartoum, which is the capital of Sudan. And then Blue Nile, which originates from Lake Tana, it also comes from the capital, or it also passes from the capital of Sudan, that is Khartoum, and it also drains the capital of Sudan, that is Khartoum. So Nile river and its tributaries, they drain the Sudan country. So Sudan is a landlocked country. No, incorrect, because it is not a landlocked country. Then Sudan is drained by the Nile river and its tributaries. This is correct. So we have to talk about the correct statement. First is wrong, second is correct. So answer becomes B, that is only 2. Then moving on to the next question. The death sentence of an Iranian billionaire convicted of stealing nearly $3 billion has been commuted to 20 years in prison. The question talks about, consider the following statements in the context of India-Iran relations. So this is with regard to the India-Iran relations. So there are 3 statements. Which of the above statements is or are correct? So we have to talk about the correct statements. So let's see. First, ONGC Videsh Limited discovered the Farzad B gas field in Gulf of Oman. So Farzad B gas field, Gulf of Oman. So if we will talk about, the Farzad B gas field, so it is not found in the Gulf of Oman, it is found in the Persian Gulf. As we just saw the map of Persian Gulf, an enlarged map. So Farzad B is a gas pipeline and it is found in the Persian Gulf. So first becomes wrong. Second, India's investment under the Chabar project is limited to the Shahid Kalantari port. So if we will talk about the Chabar, port, so Chabar port is Iran and India has investments in it. So under the Chabar port, it is not only about the port Kalantari, it also has port Shahid Behishti. So there are 2 ports under the Chabar port project, that is port Shahid Behishti and port Kalantari. So second also becomes wrong because it is not limited to only one port. Third, the group of world superpowers called P5+1, including Iran and India, has agreed to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action in 2015. So see, P5+1 is a group of world superpowers. India is not a part of it. So the world superpowers, like there is US, there is Britain, there is France. So these countries are there, but India is not a part of it. Iran is a part of it, but India is not a part of it. So this statement also becomes wrong, and we have to talk about the correct statement. First is wrong, second is wrong, third is wrong. So it means the correct answer is option D, that is none of these. Now next, now it's time for the practice question, and like always, you people will give me the answer in the comment section. So consider the following pairs. On one side location is given, while on the other side country is given. So Erbil, Iraq, Libreville, Gabon, Isfahan, Afghanistan. Very difficult name to pronounce, by the way. Erbil, Iraq, Libreville, Gabon, Isfahan, Afghanistan. Which of the above pairs is or are correctly matched? Only two, only 1 and 2, only 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. So talk about the correctly matched pairs, and like I always tell you, go search about these locations or look at the atlas and see the atlas, and then give me the answer in the comment section. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.